Ed eccoci di nuovo qui con un altro video, questa volta credo ricchissimo di informazioni utili, soprattutto se stai pensando di trasferirti in Messico e quindi sicuramente avrai 1000 domande riguardo alla residenza, al visto turistico, alla loro durata, tutte cose di cui abbiamo parlato ovviamente in questo canale, ma anche magari altre domande. Ecco, circa una settimana fa c'è stato qui a Playa del Carmen un evento che in realtà c'è tutte le settimane, una Cryptodinner. Però in quella serata sono stati invitati 2 relatori ed uno di essi era proprio una consulente dell'immigrazione messicana che lavora qui a Playa del Carmen. E per questo era andata a questa cena, proprio per sentire che cosa aveva da dire, per sentire quali erano le domande, i dubbi degli altri espatriati e poi potervi offrire in un video ciò che avevo sentito da lei. E una volta arrivata a casa però ho in realtà deciso di cambiare un po' idea sul video che volevo offrirvi. Quindi col video, diciamo l'amatoriale che avevo girato durante la serata, che era soltanto un appunto personale per prendere nota di tutto ciò che vi avrei voluto dire, in realtà ho deciso poi di offrirvelo in questo video. Questo perché? Perché credo che sia importante rendervi il più possibile partecipe di ciò che succede qui e quindi vi farò appunto vedere questo video della serata, anche se amatoriale, dove potrete sentire direttamente la voce della consulente messicana. Potete sentire direttamente anche le domande degli altri espatriati. Ovviamente l'evento è stato in lingua inglese, però accanto al video troverai comunque la traduzione in italiano che ti potrà magari aiutare se non riuscirai a capire tutto. Ti invito quindi a prendere carta e penna perché sicuramente troverai dei contenuti interessanti in questo video e intanto ti saluto e ci vediamo al prossimo video.
My name is Millie Arceo, and I do immigration papers for living since 14 years ago, almost 15. I really love this job, but it is a big challenge to go to immigration every day because the rules are changing every day. It's like getting and now it's like, now this rule have changed and now we need to do it this way or this other way. And that's the things that I really like. I have been helping a lot of people. And I really wish to keep doing this. So I am here today to help you with all your questions about residencies, temporary or permanent, the new program for immigration that is getting a temporary residency without leaving the country. And for any question that you have related to immigration, I will be happy to answer.
I got 2 questions, Millie. Is it true that on Friday the 4-year thing will end? That's my first question. And the second one is around questions over obtaining residency outside of the country rather than whilst I'm here. Please enlighten me.
I would like to stand up too. Well, the 2 questions that you asked me. The first question is a question that I receive every day.
Down.
You know, maybe a lot of you know that there is a program going on right now in immigration that is called regularization. And actually it's like a gift from God because it's for people that overstay the tourist visas and that they have been in Mexico at least once between 2015 and 2018. These rules have been changing often. Before it was like 3 entrants, now 2 entrants, and right now it's just 1 entrance. So if you have like one time in Mexico between these years and your visa is expired, you can apply for this program. But the problem is that immigration is closing on Friday. And we don't know if the program will continue next year. I know that a lot of people have tourist visas that will expire while immigration is closed. And even the immigration agents don't know the answer for this. We need to wait January when they open back in January 3rd. If the program is still on or not. In my case, in my company, we are doing appointments for the next year for this kind of program, even if we don't know if it's going to continue. Because if it continues, at least you have your appointment ready and we can do it right now in January. So that's one thing. The other thing is that the rules can change next year. A few weeks ago, I even book appointments for clients that they got a tourist visa with 7 days, 10 days, because maybe a lot of you here that now immigration is not giving 180 days anymore. Now they are giving, even if you say, I am staying 3 months, they give you just 30 days, 40 days. Yeah, actually today I saw a visa that it was 3 days. That's the shortest one that I have seen. So
These are people that are coming in the country, even showing that I've got an Airbnb, I'm here for a month, 2 months.
yes, even for people that is the first time in Mexico, not just snowbirds, for everyone. So my advice for all your friends or all of you that don't have a residency and want to live and come back, or family that are coming to visit you, because this happened to everyone. It doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter how many times you have been in Mexico. My recommendation here is that, first of all, even if the immigration agent don't ask you how many days you are going to stay, show your return ticket. Show your reservation, Airbnb, contract, whatever you have. If you have booked a tour, that's something that I really recommend. At least book 2 tours, even if you cancel it later. Just to show, you see, I am going to dive in this place in 2 months. Or I am going to Xcaret in 3 months. And the other advice is that you say exactly how many days. Don't say 3 months. Say, I am going to stay 88 days. Yeah, specify the days that you are staying. Another thing, another question that I receive every day is like, can I extend if I got less than 180 days? And the answer is no. You cannot extend your tourist visa if you got less than 180 days. But if you have a visa with 180 days, and if the program continue, you can extend for another 180 days. Another important point.
Sorry, well, I didn't get that last bit. If I have a visa for 180 days and it expires, I can extend it another 180 days. How,
Yes.
how without leaving the country?
Without leaving the country.
How do you do that?
In immigration. But everything is under appointments. And the next appointment available is the middle of February. And you know that a lot of things could change between now and February. So just that you know, that's the typical questions that I received, like maybe 200. So if someone here has sent me a message and I didn't answer, I am so sorry. I have so many messages asking me the same questions or asking for information.
So if someone has a visa that's 50 days, let's just say, and they can arrive immediately, they could book an appointment for February and get another 50 days, or is it only if
No.
it's 180?
Just is this 180 days.
Right,
If you
okay.
got less than that, not possible. Actually, as an experience, as a personal experience, I was away with my husband 2 months ago, and then when I was entering Mexico through the international line with my husband, who is not Mexican either, we were talking with the immigration lady, and I asked, what's happened when a foreigner or a tourist come without a return ticket? At least the one that was attending me told me, they need to buy in front of me a return ticket. And did they ask you? No. That's another thing. If you're lucky, they won't ask you anything and they will give you 180 days. But you never know, really. It depends on the mood of the agent, really. If it's Saturday, Sunday, it depends in the moon, on everything. Let me see. What other question I am getting very
Immigration.
often is like, okay, before that anyone asks something, I have been giving talks to a lot of groups, especially from Canadians and Australians and UK people, that they are asking me, where can I do my residency if I don't apply for the program here in Mexico, but I am not vaccinated and I need to go to a Mexican consulate? Of course, I always recommend US because that's the best Mexican consulate. But now, if you are not vaccinated, you cannot go to US. So everybody's running to the borders like Guatemala, Belize, Colombia. As Javier asked, he said that he's going to visit Panama. For example, Panama was like amazing to do appointments and everything. But maybe the Mexican consulate see that a lot of people were coming, that they were already in Mexico and they were going there. So now they have a new rule. If you don't have a residency in Panama, for example, if you are a foreigner, you cannot apply in Panama anymore. The same with Miami. Miami is super easy, they are easygoing, but if you don't have your bank statements in Florida, now they won't accept it. So things like that are happening. So where can you go? It's about to check. Check. I was talking with someone here that told me that he was going to Colombia, and just 2 days ago, now they are asking for the vaccine book. So you don't know really what is going on. And I really cannot tell you, go here, because maybe tomorrow they change the rules to enter that country. I can help you, like guiding you in what to do, what papers to bring, everything. But I cannot tell you where exactly to go if you are not vaccinated. And another question that everybody asks me is that true that in order to apply for a temporary or permanent residency, do I need to be vaccinated? No, that's not true. Like even a lot of people, a lot of immigration agents in the immigration office, they are not vaccinated. So it's not a problem. Whatever you hear, not everything is true. And now I am going to leave the time to answer questions because I know that a lot of you have some questions.
What's your name, my love?
Oh, my name's Amanda. I'm just curious. I haven't been here traveling, that extra trip between 2018. So it's my first time in Mexico. My visa's up in 3 months. Just wondering if I wanted to get the 4-year, how to go about that.
So you work here in 2018?
No, not
it's
here.
your first time?
First time.
No, not a way to apply.
Can't get it at all.
Even on the black market? No.
Straight answer. I have heard on the black market that you can.
Well, I
Just
will tell you
saying.
something. A lot of people I know, and actually I have a lot of clients coming to me asking, someone is offering a permanent residency, and maybe a few of here has buy that permanent residency. I just want to let you know that I know, of course, I know everybody there, and I know people that do it. But when people are selling you a permanent residency without leaving the country, basically what they are doing is like making a fake birth certificate of a Mexican child, and that will be in your record all the time, like always. Well, just that you know, if for some reason you get caught, it's a federal crime.
Hey Millie, my name is Joseph, I'm from Austria, and I am at the moment in conversation with the Mexican embassy in Austria. They are very unhelpful, very unfriendly.
As all the consulates.
Yeah, I'm a resident in Cyprus, and they told me go to Cyprus, which is actually, they have the embassy in Greece, but anyway. And so I asked them, what is the ways to apply for residency? They did not answer my question and just told me, go on a tourist visa. So could you answer the question, what different schemes to apply for residency are there?
Okay, yes, there are a lot of ways to apply. So the typicals that I always recommend is applying with bank statements. If you have bank statements with savings or investment, not crypto, I am sorry.
Only El Salvador.
Yes?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
His question was, El Salvador accept crypto as residency? Wow, only Bitcoin though?
They made it a legal currency.
That's
But
true, yeah.
Honestly, I think that soon it's going to happen because like crypto is a big thing, and suddenly they will start accepting this. So basically, to answer your question is like with savings, or if you work online.
How much savings?
Okay, I will start with the lowest one. If you work online and you can work anywhere on the world, you need at least $2,100 US per month as a salary, and just to prove that you can work anywhere on the world. That's it. But of course, all the amounts that I am giving you, it depends from consulate to consulate, because everything is based in how we get these numbers. But then it is like the currency of that place that it will make difference. You will see that maybe in some consulate they ask for less, or in another it's like much higher. It really depends from the consulate. Normally when clients ask me, I want to go to this consulate, I go on the page of that consulate and I check exactly what is the amount that they need. So one is like if you work online and you receive that amount as a salary. Second is if you have savings for around $36,000 US. as a balance. It doesn't need to be that you are earning that money every month. It's just that it needs to be at least when the month starts and when the month ends. With a property in Mexico, the property in Mexico, it needs to have a value of around 207,000 US dollars.
Millie, can I just stop you there? With the income, let's say, so you said like 2,500 US a month, yeah? So 25, 30,000 US a year. If someone had 10 grand coming in every quarter, would that still meet that? Are we talking it has to be monthly, or are we saying $30,000 income per year?
Well, what the consulate wants to see is months per month.
But what if you work on contracts and people pay, like, you know, you don't, if you've got lots of clients paying every month, you can see that. But if you do big projects that are 6 months, you might get an upfront payment and then a final payment. So then what would happen?
Well, it depends for the consulate.
Of course.
Some of the consulates may accept it, others will say, no, for sure no, I want to see your monthly income for the last 6 months.
And each, rather than 30,000 for the year, they want to see each month being 2.5 or 3,000.
Yes. Every
Okay.
month, every page of your bank statement, you need to print it and bring it.
Okay, but that's down to the
But depends,
consulate.
depends what way you're applying. If you're applying because you are retired, you just show 6 months. But if you're applying because you have savings, it is 12 months.
So if I wanted to, on that basis then, and I'm asking because in my use case, the payments are sporadic. Yeah, so having something that's consistent is more difficult. But if I wanted to come here on a retirement visa, so long as I've got income for 6 months, that's okay.
Yes.
And I could apply for a retirement visa.
Well, it's not retirement. It is called a temporary residency without permission to work.
Okay, but then legally speaking, I shouldn't be then working.
Well, if you apply for that visa that you still work online, that means that you are coming to Mexico to live but work online.
What if I don't get paid? What if I
Well,
work for free?
As soon as you have your residency, it doesn't matter if you work anymore. Because next year, when you renew, they are not going to ask you, oh, show me the letter of your employment. So as soon as you have your residency, basically you are in the other side.
So just basically, so carry on then. So we're talking about all the different ways to get over the fence. Once you're in the fence, you just go.
Yes.
This is like escaping from prison,
Yes.
yeah? Once you get over the fence, just go.
Actually, something that happens often is that people get married, get temporary residency for 2 years. Then when you marry a Mexican or a permanent residency, after 2 years you become permanent. And then you see a lot of divorces happening when they are permanent. And that's it. They are permanent and no one can do anything.
Okay, so I interrupted you before. We do have some questions, but you were
Yeah.
just moving on to buying a property.
I would like to ask the question that you said before. Either you have a monthly income of 2,000 or you have more than 36 in the bank account. And is that different forms to fill? Is different to apply, or it's basically the same form and you just like the way how you show them your financial viability is different? The form is different and the visa is different, or it's the same?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
I'll repeat it. So whether he's doing, whether he's going to show monthly income or whether he's going to show 12 months of savings, is it the same document that he completes and goes there, he just provides the information, or is it a different residency option?
Well, basically, what I want to see, for example, if you apply with because you work online, you just need to prove 6 months. But if you are proving savings, 12 months. But basically, in every consulate, it will be the same paperwork. In the difference that some consulates will accept just like printing papers, while other consulates will want that you go to the bank, get a stamp in every page, a letter from your bank saying this person has been client since this year and he has the monthly balance of this amount.
Millie, which consulates accept the bank statements?
The normal one?
The one that doesn't require everything.
Well, I will tell you my 4 favorite consulates. that even for people that are not from that country, they accept it without notarize or anything.
I hope
And-
everyone's listening.
And but the problem is that all of them are in US. And it's, well, just in case that someone can go, is Las Vegas, Houston, Dallas, and Laredo. Are the 4 consulates that they don't require that you notarize every bank statement and you translate it into the currency of the country.
Type that in. You say them again. Houston, Dallas, Vegas,
Laredo and Las Vegas.
Laredo.
Something important too that I want to
Laredo.
say.
Laredo.
Something important. Maybe a few of you are trying to make appointments in the Mexican consulate, and it's a nightmare because, like, they normally all the Mexican consulates work in a platform called Mexitel, which is a really nightmare. If you call to the number, they will never answer. It will say that it's out of service. If you try to book your appointment, it won't give you the option to do a residency. So what I recommend is that you do it during the night. When you are awake, when you go to the bathroom during the night or something around 2, 3 a.m., sometimes it works. Or at the end of the month or the first day of the month, they open spaces. So don't get frustrated if you try to book your appointment in Mexitel system and it doesn't work.
Hi, Millie, I have a question. I'm on a temporary visa, but I'm wondering, once I have only a year, so that 4-year thing you're talking about came out just after I got my visa. Do I need to wait for my year to finish before I renew again, or can I switch to a 4-year?
I know that is very unfair because people that are illegal can get 4 years straight, while people that go to the Mexican consulates, they just get 1 year, and then you need to wait that the first year finish, and 1 month before you can renew for another 3 years. So when you have 4 years together, then you become permanent. And I know that a lot of people say, hey, my temporary residency is going to expire. I just have 1 year, but I want the 4-year temporary residency. That's not possible. If you already have a residency, you need to continue with that one. This program, it was for illegal people.
Awesome. We got another question at the... Eddie, you got a question? Yeah. Okay. Is it concise? This is Eddie at the front. I love Eddie to bits. But getting a solid question out of Eddie, it's a skill. You got it? Go for it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Craig from the UK. I believe. Hi, Craig. I believe that if you was to invest £200,000 in, or $200,000 into property, that you can get a Mexican passport within 3 months. Is that? No, obviously not. So that's wrong.
Maybe someone, as I say, on the black market can do it, but I don't know anything about.
Okay. Eddie, we're going to try you again. We've got a question at the front here. I got it. All right, it's cool. As long as you know.
All right, it's concise, but it's also 2 questions. Hello.
Okay, finish.
So when you get permanent residency, how long do you have to have it before you can get Mexican citizenship?
Okay, if you want to become Mexican and you have a residency, you need to wait 5 years with your residency. Unless you are from Latin America or Spain, then you just need to wait 2 years. Or if you have, if you get your paper because you are married with a Mexican, 2 years. If you have a Mexican kid, 2 years.
Awesome. And the second question is, when you get permanent residency, are you required to stay in Mexico, or are you allowed to leave? And if you do leave, are they aware of it?
That's the amazing thing about the residencies in Mexico, that you don't need to stay like in other countries, like certain time of the year to keep your residency. Here in Mexico, for example, if you get a temporary residency that is just valid for 1 year the first time, you can leave the next day that you have your residency and come back to renew and leave again. Wow. If you have permanent, you can live for years, come back, leave, come back, and like that.
The The permanent one never leaves. A quick question. When you said 5 years, you get full permanent. So citizenship. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're talking about citizenship. So I get temporary year 1, temporary year 2, temporary year 3, temporary year 4.
Temporary 1, then temporary for 3 years.
If the program's available.
No, the renewal for temporary residencies, it could be 1 to 2 or 3 years. But of course, if you can renew for 3 years, do it.
So
you don't need to go to immigration
even the
every
people
year.
that have got 1 year temporary, when it comes to year 2, they can renew for a full 3 years, which means they could leave the next day and not come back for 2 years, 11 months.
Yes.
So then I'm in my 4th year, I return. Do I then get it automatically, or I apply for permanent?
Yes.
And then when's citizenship?
Yes.
Immediate.
Well, just after, in the moment that you have 5 years, you can start applying for a citizenship.
So it would be in my 5th year.
So
Yes.
1 more year.
1 more year then.
Yes.
Okay.
No. In the moment that, well, yes, when you have 4 years, 1 year with your permanent.
So I would have 4 years, I would have temporary, then 3 years. I enter my 5th year, I get permanent.
When you finish your 5th year,
Yeah.
then you can apply for
So
citizenship.
6 years and 1 day.
5 years.
5 well, into your 6th year.
5.
5 years. So everyone understands, yeah? As long as
No
everyone
more
else
wine.
understands, that's good. Okay, cool. There. Hi, Arit.
Hello.
What's your name?
Marcia.
Marcia. Hi, Marcia.
Hi. So rewinding a little bit, when you say you need to show your bank extraction, like your money that you have in your bank, what are we talking about? Is this personal bank account or is this your business bank account if you are your own employee and director?
Well, you can show your personal bank account. It is in your name. The most important thing is that your name is on the bank statement. For example, if you are married and you have a joint account, they will ask the double that the law require.
Right.
But if it's a company, like you own a company, you need to prove that it's your own company.
and that would serve as evidence.
Yes.
But because for tax purposes, I would receive a minimum amount in my personal account.
I understand.
That wouldn't be enough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But you can apply with your company.
Yeah. As a director with your name. Yeah. Cool.
Or maybe you can start giving you money in your personal account for 6 months.
Okay. Okay.
And on that question there, you said if you're married, you have to double it. So you don't get any better benefit financially. If it was 30 grand on my own and I'm married, I have to show 60.
Well, this most likely works for people that want a permanent residency. Because, for example, if you want a temporary residency and you have like 50,000 US dollars per month, one can be let's say a couple. The wife, of course, I would say the wife get like the main residency, and the husband can be dependent from the wife.
Of course.
So in that
That's the way
case,
it is anyway.
yeah. In that case, you don't need to show the double because one will be like the main one and the other one will be dependent. When I mean the double is when you want to apply for permanent. Because if you have for permanent, they require like 135,000 more or less US dollars per month. If you have
Per month or per year?
Per month, as a like savings for permanent.
Yeah, but if savings is different to per month. I need to have a bank account with 135k in it, or I
Yes.
need to have an income per month
No.
of 135.
Savings,
Savings,
not
okay.
income.
Mm.
For example, one like normally that happen very often. The husband get the permanent and the wife get temporary, because they don't have the double of that amount that the law require. But let's say that they have 200,000 US dollars, so one will be permanent and the other one will be temporary, which is fine too.
Yeah, okay. And then for what if you're not married but you're partners for years?
In the Mexican consulate, it doesn't matter.
That's two people.
Yeah. Here in Mexico, it matters. If you want to apply and you are not married, we can do the process, but you need to get a judge, a familiar judge in Cancun, and it's super difficult to get a paper that it says that you live in common law.
So what if you applied and you've got 150k in the bank and you apply, and it's just me applying, and then a week after, your partner applies with the same documents because you both are joint. The both names are on the document.
Exactly. If are both names, even if you apply separately, that's it. It's just like they will divide that money between two.
So if when you generate the statement for a joint account, if it says one name, that's okay.
Yes.
I hope that's useful. Okay. This is a last residency question.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. My name's Kiki. I am an Australian resident, and I was just wondering two questions. Number one, how much does the 4-year visa generally cost? And number two, I earn about 1,500 US per month. I'm only working full time, so would I still be able to get it?
Okay, the program, just the government taxes are 13,129 pesos. Of course, next year, if the program continue, every year the taxes raise a little bit every year. So right now it's like 13,129.
Yeah.
All the lawyers and facilitators, we charge between 5,000 until there are people that are charging for the same thing, $2,000 or depending.
Okay.
And with the amount that you say that you earn per month, if it's less than the law require, even for $1 less, they won't accept it.
Okay. Gracias.
That's a question for Millie. For the visa renewal after the first year, what are the requirements? They also want to see the bank account again, or how does that work?
The renewal is very easy. It is just basically paperwork that we need to do, but you don't need to prove again bank statements or anything.
Okay, and it's like they give you 3 years, because I heard from a friend in Chiapas that they gave him just 1 year and 1 year and 1 year.
It depends from the state in Mexico. At least in Playa del Carmen, we're very lucky that they can renew for the maximum of years that they can. But yes, some immigration offices, they just do it year by year.
Okay, and for example, if I'm registered in Oaxaca, can I just come here and do it here, the renewal?
Yes, but we will need to use an utility bill from here.
Sweet, thank you.
E spero che questo video ti sia stato utile. Se così è, ti chiedo di mettermi un mi piace. E se magari anche tu stai pensando di trasferirti come me in Messico, allora ti consiglio di iscriverti al canale per rimanere aggiornato sui prossimi video.